Hey friends, 30-minute workout today. Intervals. We're going to be on the rower 4 times for rowing. We'll be off the rower 3 times for some upper body work and some planks. And our focus while we are on the rower is going to be our posture. Now, this is going to translate into also working on our hip hinge. I really want you to pay attention and make sure that when you get into your catch, you're leaning in. I don't want you curled over. This is where the posture part comes in. The shoulders are still back. You're really engaging back here in your lats underneath your shoulder blades. That's why I have you roll your shoulders down and back. You feel some really tight engagement here in your mid back. So you want all of that nice and engaged every single time, well, throughout your row stroke. But every single time you come in, you're reaching in, you're leading in with your sternum, you're reaching in with those fingertips, okay? And then you're holding this for as long as possible, still sitting up tall, still with that lead in, then pulling back with your core through your core. Handlebar comes in between your belly button and shoulder blades, and you don't want your elbows tucked close, although that's a really good way to sort of get related to where that squeeze is happening in your back. You don't want your elbows out here like chicken wings. You want sort of at a 45-degree angle, but still with that engagement underneath your shoulder blades, in your lats, in your back. So that's our focus for today. Lots of push-ups. I'm making push-ups and planks my mission one of my missions as I continue through my pregnancy. And I've never been good at them. I haven't been good at them in like 20 years. But I want to be again. So my form will not be great, but you have to be able to do quarter push-ups before you can do full push-ups. You got to start somewhere. So push-ups aren't your thing. I've got modifications for you along the way. And don't worry, it's not the only thing we're doing, so don't let it scare you off. And let's go ahead and get started. So meet me at your catch. Starting off with our pick drill, shins vertical as possible, both forward and back, side to side. You want vertical. Always have space between your heels and your seat. Sitting up real tall, shoulders relaxed and back, elbows loose, fingertips able to dance. Release your thumbs. That keeps the work out of your traps. All right, now last thing, squeeze your core, let your booty scoot back just a touch. That's what I have to do to get into this 11 o'clock angle. And we're gonna push back to our finish in 3, in 2, and 1. Legs, body, arms. Every single muscle in your legs lit up down to your toes. I always say that really fast, so I'm saying lit up. Everything engaged. Really push through that foot block. It's okay if your heels come up a bit, but not required. Hands all the way at the edge of your handlebar. Nice tight squeeze through your calves, your quad. Arch in your back. Pull those shoulders back. Arms only in 3, in 2, in 1, 2, 3. Dig. Reach. And pull. Still got some push through your toes already. Last pull, then we're adding just our hip hinge. 1, 2, 3. Dig. Reach, dig. You always want to take more time going in on your recovery than you do pushing back to your finish. You're getting power out of your machine when you're pushing on that drive. If you were in a boat, that's when you're churning water. Let's go half slide in 3, hands just past your toes, in 2, and 1. Half slide right here. Half, dig. Squeeze in with your core. Double check your posture. You want to be looking above, past, through the monitor ahead of you. Breathing in on your recovery, driving your air out as you push back to your finish. That's going to be very important today for pacing. We're doing a lot of high rates. This is intervals. Let's go full stroke in 3. Putting your chain all the way into that machine in 2. And 1, full reach. Let's go. Reach, dig, reach, push, pull. 1, 2, 3. A little bit of pause at that catch. Just long enough to squeeze your glutes. Nice low stroke rate. On your monitor, especially if you are on a Concept 2, unfortunately I cannot speak to other machines. You want to hone in on your split time, usually the biggest number on your screen, and your stroke rate. Your split time is how long it takes you to travel 500 meters. Don't worry about what a meter is. None of us Americans know. You're on my screen in my lower left-hand corner. That's my stroke rate. That's how many strokes we're doing per minute. I will refer to that number a lot so that you know how many strokes or how fast you are stroking. With your split time, I work with 3 paces. I call them paddle, push, and power. Paddle pace, that's where you are right now. That's 60 to 70% of your effort. Feels like walking down the street. 15 seconds below your original paddle split is push pace. That's 70 to 85% of your effort. You're going to spend a lot of time there today. And power pace is 30 seconds below, at least, your original paddle pace, 85 to 100% of your effort. So let's kick this up just a touch. We're going to go into some 30-second intervals. We're going up to about a 27, 28 stroke rate. I'm always going to give you a 3-stroke cue. I'm going to count that down for you. So let's say your paddle's at a 245. Your push would be around a 230 split time, and your power would be 215 or lower. Doing the math, we're going to be playing between at 230 and 215 a whole lot today, but your mileage will vary. Let's go for that first 30-second interval. We're doing 3 of these. In 3, tuck it up. In 2, catch a 27. In 1, here we go. Push, dig, 1, 2, 3, dig, 1, 2, 3. Reach, dig, sit tall, chest proud. Get some noise out of that flywheel. The louder that fan is, the more power you're getting out of your workout. You got about 10 more seconds. Almost there. Keep pushing through. 3 more strokes. 3, 2, and 1. Relax your effort. Extend your recovery. We're going back to a 24 stroke rate. Make sure you double check your split time and don't let it tank. If your original paddle pace was a 245, as is my example, you want to stay under your original 245. That's how you work on, that's how you work on getting your average split down. Let's go in for round 2. In 3, tighten it up. In 2, 30 seconds. Then 1, 27 stroke rate. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Reach, dig, sit tall, chest proud, golden thread, top of your head. And dig. And dig. 10 more seconds. 3 more strokes. 3, 2, and 1. Paddle it down. You don't have to do the arm thing. I just do that as kind of a float so that you know that's when we're paddling down. Just in case I forget to say it. We've got 1 more round of 30 seconds. We're going for it in 3 more strokes. In 3, tighten it up. In 2, let's catch that 27 stroke rate. In 1, let's go. Reach, dig, push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Keep digging, you're almost there. We're going to go to our next floor work in the next 10 seconds. 3 more strokes, 2, and 1. Relax your effort. Take a couple strokes to yourself. Rack up your handlebars. And we're going to hit the floor. Deep breaths. All right. we're gonna start off, we're gonna start off with some walkouts, adding some push-ups. So take a few steps back so you've got some space in front of you if you're working on a mat. You're gonna do a nice deep squat. Walk your hands out into a plank position. Do 1 or 2 shoulder taps. Walk back, squat, back out of it. Woo! Maybe you do 4 taps on your shoulders this time. Walk back and back up. You're here for your first 60 seconds. This will be one of 3 exercises we do. In order to get those shoulder taps in, you're going to want to spread your feet just a little bit wider. That'll help you with your balance and your stabilization as you go back and forth on those taps. But try to keep your hips as steady and stationary as possible. You want a straight line from your heels to the crown of your head. We're going to switch this up in about 3, in 2, and 1. Maybe on the floor. Go for a tabletop position here. Rock just a quick cat-cow. Get your core opened up. So, arching your back to the sky, pressing your belly to the floor, and then we're going to go for a quad plank. So, keep rocking that cat-cow. Watch me for just a second. You want to tuck your toes. You want to be engaging your core to the floor. Flat back as possible. Then lift your knees ever so slightly off the floor. We're holding this for 20 seconds. Keep your core engaged. If you want to add a little bit of spice to this, put just a little bit of bend in your elbows. That's going to put a little bit more work into your arms. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't forget to breathe. 3, and 2, and 1. Back into your plank position. All right. Shoulder tap, foot point, foot point. You can call that a leg lift too. Your call entirely. If you need something a little bit different here, if this full plank is kicking your butt, go down to your knees. Still get that shoulder tap in. You can still do that kick up. Shoulder taps, kick ups. You're here for 30 more seconds. Nope, we ran out of music. So, do one more quick cat-cow. Grab a sip of water if you need it. Hop back onto your rower. My screen is getting messed up. It's okay. Always figure out some way to have some kind of technical difficulty in my workouts. One day I'll get it all set. All right, we're going in for another set of intervals. Picking up the pace. Our stroke rate this time will go all the way up to a 30. You might even see a 31, but your goal, my goal for you, when we go into these higher rates, is to try to lengthen your stroke so that a 30 doesn't feel like a 30. In order to do that, you're going to reach in just a little bit more with your upper body. You're going to really dig through your glutes when you hit your catch. That's going to really motivate your drive. We're doing 3 rounds of 45 seconds each with 15 seconds off. Round 1 is coming for you in 3 strokes. 3, tighten it up. 2, and 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. You're here for 45 seconds. Really reach in. Get in front of your hips with your upper body so that it's easier for you to drive back into your hips with your legs all the way through. You are over halfway through this first set. About 8 more seconds. 3 more strokes. 3, 2, paddle it down right here in 1. All the way down to your 24 stroke rate. Don't get too cozy. Yes, this is your paddle pace, but we're only here for 15 seconds, and 15 seconds is not long. We're just moving back in 3, tighten it up, in 2, catch your 30, and 1, let's go. Push, dig, push, pull, push, pull. I know I'm just breathing right now, but it's good for you to hear where that exhale happens. It's always in your finish. You're almost through this set. 3 more strokes. 2 and 1. Paddle it down. 15 seconds of rest. 2 down, 1 to go. Deep breaths while you're here. Reset your posture. 1 more round. Here we go. In 3, tighten it up. In 2, catch your 30. And 1, let's go. Last round. Make it your best. Lengthen. Really reach in. Use your whole body. Use the whole machine. Get your fan going. 15 more seconds. You're almost there. 3 more strokes. 3, 2, and 1. Paddle it down. Take a couple strokes for yourself. We're going to go back to the floor. Getting my rower out of the way. We're going to make friends with the floor again. This is your push-up round. Because I am not solid at push-ups right now, just to make you feel better. Woo! 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. I'm going to be doing my push-ups from my knees. Just make sure if you're doing them on your knees, this applies regardless. You have a straight line from your knees to your shoulders. First 20 seconds, as many as you can do. 3, 2, 1. Now that I've said as many as you can do, it doesn't matter if they're quarters. It doesn't matter if the most that you can do in 20 seconds is literally 4 or 5. That's okay. It's not a competition. Nobody can watch you, not even me. I'm definitely not judging you. 3, 2, and 1. Spoiler, that was 25 seconds. Rest it out for 10. Deep breaths while you're here. Don't forget to breathe. Going in for round 2, 20 seconds in 3, in 2, and 1. You want to be breathing in as you're going down into your push-up. You want to be breathing out as you're doing your work, pushing back up. 3, 2, and 1. 10 seconds of rest. A good stretch to do when you're waiting is your child's pose. Round 3, 3, 2, and 1. Yep, I'm a coach, or at least I used to be. And these are not my strong suit, so I'm in it with you. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to do a quick right over left with my arms. You've got 2 more rounds. 3, 2, and 1. 20 seconds. Your pace, your time. If you are a total pro at these and you want to take it up a notch, you can go for a diamond push-up where you're actually making a triangle or diamond with your forefinger and thumb. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds of rest. Then we'll go into our last round. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. or any other variation of push-ups that you're working on. Yep, pregnant and tired and doing push-ups. 3, 2, and 1. That's it. We're going back to our rower. You've done 2 of your floor work out of 3. We've done 2 of our rows out of 4. You are halfway through the insanity. Grab a sip of water if you need it. I do not mess around when it comes to intervals. But like I said, with push-ups, I hope you did them. You saw me struggle through them too. With push-ups, straight up, every day of the week, you have to do quarters before you can do halves, before you can do full ones. We are not all built the same. Women are not as strong in their upper body as men are. And you have to work up to your goals. So, speaking of goals, we got 3. We've got 3 30-second, almost controlled sprints. These are tight. We're going to hold cadence. When I'm in the front, you're in the front. When I'm in the back, you're in the back. But we're going all the way up to the stratosphere on this one. You will hit a 31 or 32 stroke rate. Round 1 is coming for you in 3, in 2, tighten it up, and 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Reach, dig. Remember, your intention for today, we're working on our posture. Sit tall. Almost through. Squeeze tight. 3 more strokes. 3, 2, 1. Relax your effort. 24 stroke rate. Paddle it down. Keep an eye on your split time. Don't let that paddle pace bottom out. Deep breaths. About 10 more seconds before we go into round 2. 30-second interval up to a 31. Here we go. In 3. Tighten up. And 2. Catch it. And 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Reach. Dig. Get some power in. This is your power pace. It's basically a controlled sprint since I want you to be holding cadence with me. Don't worry, last round, you'll be able to go open rate. Just a few more strokes. 3, 2, and 1. Relax your effort. Woo! Good work. Sit tall, chest proud, shoulders back, elbows at 45 degrees. Handlebar between your belly button and your sternum. Full disclosure, my belly button is almost gone. I am not happy about it. Last round. 30 seconds. Here we go. In 3, tighten it up. In 2, and 1. Let's go, let's go. Make it count. Last round. Sit tall. 11, 1. Lean in, back, dig, push, pull. Almost there. Just a few more strokes. 3. Finish strong. 2, and 1. Dial it down. Take a couple strokes to yourself. I'm going to put up my roller one more time. All right. We're making friends with the floor again. Except this time, we're going on our back. Again, trying to do this body weight thing. We're going to combine. We're going to do 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off again. At this time, we're doing glute bridges and reverse push-ups. So, all the way down to the floor. Woo! For your glutes, for your glute bridge, you want to be bringing your heels as close into your booty as possible, getting your shoulders underneath you, your palms next to your hips, and pressing your hips as high into the sky as you can. You want to get your shoulders underneath you, as much of a rainbow underneath your body as possible. If you have weights at home, a great way to increase this work, add to it, is put weights on your hips. We're going for those reverse push-ups in 3, 2, and 1. My stomach muscles do not work. All right, feet a little more space away from your booty here. Fingertips facing pointed toward your toes. All right, and you want a straight line underneath you. Take your time here. If it is more comfortable for you, if your shoulders do not allow you to have your fingertips directly underneath you, that's okay. That's a mobility thing, but make sure that no matter how slight this movement is, the work is in your triceps and your arms, not your booty going up and down like this. We're going back to that glute bridge in 3, in 2, in 1. All right, now that you know what's up, we are for sure this time going for 20 seconds instead of you holding this glute bridge forever on your own. I'm sure I look completely ridiculous. Squeeze that booty tight. You are almost through this set in 3, in 2, and 1. To the floor. Get yourself back into your crab position. Booty in the air again in 3, 2, 1. Let's work those arms. If you completely hate this and you want an alternative, you can always do a crab walk and walking back and forth, 1 foot and 1 leg, 1 foot and 1 hand at a time. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Back to your glute bridge. One last one. Don't tell me I'm out of music. Don't you do it, Spotify. I totally am. All right, we'll hold this for 10 more seconds. You don't have to know. I don't think anybody actually follows along with these playlists anyway. 3, 2, and 1. And I will fix this on the other end. All right. I really am sweating in here. The weather finally turned into spring where I am, which means I don't have to wear winter clothes in my own garage to work out anymore. Whew. All right, going back on track. Get strapped back in. Grab a sip of water if you need it. We got 1 round of sprints. We're going to do 2 30-second sprints. These are open rate. It is entirely up to you, however, I will always suggest to you to keep your stroke rate under 32, if not 30. My sprints right now, I have to do them around a 24, and be careful. So, but you want to get that split as low as you can go. You do not have to go fast to go hard. You're going to want to get as much sound out of that flywheel as possible, or water rower, whatever you're on at home. But don't lose all those points of form. Keeping space between your heels and your seat. 1 breath per stroke, sitting up tall. Meet me at our catch. We're going to go in for our first round for 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds of rest. Recover from your glute bridges. We're going in for round 1 and 3. In 2, in 1. Here we go. Sprint start if you want it. Get that flywheel going. Get your split as low as it'll go. As referenced from the beginning of this workout, If your paddle was in 245, you're pushing hard for that 215 or lower for about 10 more seconds. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Release your effort. 30 seconds of paddle pace. This is the only time in your workout when I'll tell you it's okay if you let your split time bottom out. I want you to get some regeneration here, but don't stop moving. You can and will, with regulated breathing, be able to regenerate. Last sprint, it's coming for you in about 5 seconds. Find that sprint start in 3. Half, 3/4. Here we go. 30 seconds. Get every bit of power out of that rower as you can. Push hard. Squeeze in your glutes. Push through your toes. Tighten your core. Keep your posture high. Don't lose your hip hinge. You're almost there. 5 seconds. 3 strokes. 2 and 1. Whew, deep breaths. Let's cool it down. Excellent work today. Intervals is no joke. I know somebody is hating me out there for those reverse push-ups. I hate myself a little bit too. Full stroke to start, always. This is our reverse pick drill. We're going to break down this stroke one piece at a time, the way we built it up in the beginning. If you are not already at half stroke, meet me there in 3. Hands just past your toes in 2. Don't lose your hip hinge. Right here, half stroke. Deep breaths while you're here. Really open up your ribs. That's another reason you want to be sitting tall. We're going to go arms, body, body, arms, taking our legs out of the equation, going hip hinge only in 3. You'll isolate your legs in 2 and 1. 1 o'clock, 11. 1, 11. Don't lose that 3-to-1 ratio, which means for your drive, you're still pushing through those toes. It is not all core. It's a lot core, but you still have some push to work through with your calves. Arms only in 3, in 2, and 1. Lean back in your 1 o'clock position. I don't want you sitting up tall. I want you to have just a little bit of lean, which means you're going to squeeze in your core a touch. 3, 2, 1 last pull. Hang out here for just a second and do a little bit of pulse back while you hold your handlebars. You really want to feel that amount of work, if not more, in your drive and your core every single time. Let's rack it up. Arms, body, legs. Get unstrapped. We're going to do a quick stretch. So 1 foot in front of you on your slider. I'm starting with my left, with my right leg on the floor. I'm going to reach over with the same arm that the leg is on the floor. So you want to match that up. That helps you with your stability. It's very difficult to go the other way. Come back a center. Oh, fold over. I'm not tired. I just don't have a lot of room in my body for my lungs right now. So you want gravity to take over here. You do not have to have a straight leg to benefit from this stretch. We're going for a hamstring, but you've got other options while you're here. If you know you need a shin stretch, point your toe. You'll get that stretch in your shin. If you know you need some stretch in your calf, pull your toes back. You can gently do this with your fingertips, but I'd much rather you do it with the engagement in your shin. We're going to switch sides in 3, in 2, in 1. Doesn't matter what you look like or how you're built. All of these should work for you. Reach for the sky, grab your left wrist, stretch over to your right. Again, whichever wrist you're grabbing should match up with the leg that's balanced on the floor. Come back to center. Fold over to your toes, ankles, shins. Whatever you can reach is fine. If you know you need to get into your hamstring, again, really relax your upper body and let gravity take over. Almost try to kiss your knee. My knee kissing days are over for now. And that's okay. Point your toe. If you need that shin stretch, flex your foot. If you need that calf stretch, go feet to the floor in 3, 2, 1. Spread your feet super wide and press your knees away from you. The stretch is for your hip flexors. Get them opened back up. You can do this with either your hands or your forearms. Rower's choice here. And then you can deepen this stretch by either sliding your seat forward and back or pressing one shoulder in at a time toward your rail. If you're doing that shoulder press, you're going to feel a little bit of extra twist and stretch in your back, which is a good thing. If you feel a little bit of crackle in there, that is also a good thing. By the way, you want that movement in your back. I am a strong advocate for chiropractic. Some of you just lost respect for me. That's okay. I've done it for much of my life, thanks to childhood migraines before it was cool. Let's go for a glute stretch. So right ankle, seated figure 4, right ankle on left knee. So real tall and lean in. You really just even have to, for some of you, all you're going to have to do to get this stretch is either just get into this position or just open up your chest, open up your sternum the way you do on the rower. Then from there, lean in with your core. Just get that little bit of angle. You'll start to feel it deep down in here in your booty, which is what you want. Switching sides in 3, 2, and 1. Oof. Left ankle on right knee. That is about all I have for you today. So thanks for being here, as always. Always taking suggestions and feedback in the comments. If you have any workout suggestions, any form suggestions or questions, that's fine with me. I will never claim to be the perfect coach. You saw my push-ups today. And I hope that inspires you more than it discourages you. I'm a real person just like you, and I have stuff that are not my strong parts, and I think it's good to see that people are real. Anyway, again, thanks for being here. Like, comment, share. Come back for more. I'll be here again in a couple of days, and I hope you have an awesome day no matter what part of your day you are in. Bye.